So there's a pretty OP XP strategy right now inside of Astra Malorum, but you need the moment you see this video to hop inside of your game and do it, because who knows what's going to get patched and fixed this week. Nobody has a clue. So drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and enjoy the XP. All new mastery camos like Singularity ASAP. Check out Mitch Cactus, the biggest and the most reliable name in Call of Duty. They offer instant delivery DLC codes like Monster Energy, plus lobbies delivered in under an hour. Everything is 100% safe and legit for Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. Trusted by the community and seen all over YouTube, Mitch Cactus has over 20,000 verified reviews and thousands of personal vouchers. Make them the go-to for all things Call of Duty and even other. So today we're going to be doing an XP strategy that's very, very OP inside of zombies, but this could very well get patched today as I'm posting it, so you need to make sure the moment you see this video, you hop in and do it. Now, if it does get patched, then obviously I'll leave it in the comment section, whatever. But it probably will get patched sometime this week with the Free Fire thing. Now, I don't know if this specifically will get patched, this whole strategy, but Free Fire probably will get patched. But we can go ahead and activate the infinite Free Fire, we can throw it in the air, and then go ahead and swap our gobble gun pack just so we have infinite ammo on our crossbow. Now, I do recommend using the crossbow for this because it's going to be very, very simple. You can use the arrow launcher, but I would just recommend using this. So right now we have 6,000 essence. We can actually head in and start kind of buying things. We need to get all 4 of our perks. That way we can get the Wonder Fizz open, so we can get PhD Flopper, and then we can actually start our strategy. Until then, I would recommend just kind of grinding a few things out, getting, you know, your essence set up, getting Pack-a-Punch, getting rarity, all that good stuff, because once we get in the strategy, it's going to be pretty OP. And I'm pretty sure, like 99% sure, you can actually AFK this, especially in the List Keepers mode, which is the mode you want to play for this strategy. Oh, W, I just used my flavored hex and we got a perkaholic. Let's go. Looks like we're going to be getting into the strategy a lot sooner than I thought. But that being said, we need to go ahead and Pack-a-Punch our crossbow, so we're going to stack up a little bit of essence real quick, which shouldn't really be too hard. It definitely will be pretty easy to do. It's very, very simple process. Of course, we only need 1,000 more essence and then we can actually do so. Then we can hop into our strategy. Now, there is one thing I would recommend doing if you're gonna potentially try to AFK this, which we're gonna see this game how effective that is, but I would recommend going into your settings, going into controller, and then it would be in combat, and then you want to go ahead and make the manual fire behavior from press to hold. So if you already have that at hold, then you're good. But that is one setting you do want to change if you're going to do this, as I'm going to try and AFK it today to just show you guys the potential of this strategy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we are going to head into this strategy right now. We can just head over through here. We don't need to open up any doors. We don't really need to do any of that. So now all we're going to do is we're just going to simply come down here and we are going to just hop up on this box right here and just literally hug the wall. And then pretty much everything's going to just pile up right here. But obviously, if you sit in the right spot, zombies won't hit you, but you can just sit here and spam your crossbow like we are doing right now, and you will be perfectly fine and be able to AFK this. Obviously, because there's not going to be any elites inside of the List Keepers mode. There is a Ravager right here eating all the good garbage up. There we go. We can grab this max ammo. Now, pretty much you just want to sit right here and kind of just hug the wall. We can kind of almost just spam this a little bit right here on this wood. We'll let some zombies kind of stack up because they're supposedly supposed to just pile up like that. But you want to make sure you kill them. It's very, very important that you do kill them when they come up so they don't throw meat at you. But you can just sit here just like this and go through the rounds with very, very easy time. Like, it's crazy. It actually is. But yeah, this is literally the strategy. Now, obviously, you're going to want to upgrade and everything and do stuff like that. And of course, you can hold your trigger. That's why we changed that setting. That way you can actually hold your trigger and be just fine. But you need to make sure that you kill those zombies. It's very important, right? Because you don't want to die, of course. But again, we can just pretty much sit here. You don't want to crouch. Just stand against the wall and just spam your crossbow. And you can AFK this. Pretty much. Ravagers, you know, sometimes hit you a little bit, but you should pretty much be good. They're not going to hit you from afar. So if you constantly spam this, you'll be okay. They're not really going to even remotely be able to get close to you. But what we're going to do today is we're going to go through a ton of rounds, and I'm going to show you guys the potential of this actual strategy to show you guys just how easy this can actually be. So we're on another Ravager round right now. I'm going to show you guys just how easy it is. Obviously, if you just keep your trigger held down, which you can pretty much just tie something around your controller. Doesn't matter, whatever you want to use, a hair tie, a rubber band, or whatever it could possibly be, right? We're just going to constantly spam right here. And it's simple, right? We got hit by the one, but for the majority of the time, you really shouldn't get hit at all. You should pretty much be fine. But there we go. Round's over. There's our max ammo. It's a little bit tedious because obviously you could potentially get hit, so it kind of hurts that whole AFK thing. But for the zombie rounds, you can AFK, right? Which is kind of, you know, it's a little bit weird to say, because how are you supposed to AFK this if the Ravager rounds you could potentially die? You really don't have a potential to die. You just kind of could move, if that makes sense. But it's really no big deal, right? Obviously, you can just chill, hold down your trigger on your controller, and easily farm this XP, and easily make gains. Now, whenever Free Fire does get patched, then this will change, of course. This probably won't be as good as it could be. Obviously, the box will still work, because the box is just broken to stand on. If you guys have played Astra Malorum, you probably have seen this box, and you probably have jumped on it, right? But you probably haven't have thought of maybe the strategy that would actually be pretty OP with it. But hopefully you guys do this. Hopefully you guys level up your crossbow or your launcher. You could use the launcher, but I would just recommend the crossbow. It's a little bit easier to use, especially for a strategy like this, which will allow you to easily go to high rounds inside of Astra Malorum. It definitely is not hard whatsoever. As you guys can see, my trigger's literally held down, right? It's tied down. So I'm not even really playing right now. I'm pretty much just chilling, talking into the microphone. So it definitely can be fairly simple to do, especially for the people who are trying to maximize their XP gains inside of zombies, or get the million kills calling card, or just literally play. There's a Prestige Master level for the crossbow. Love to see it. We're working towards them 30 guns, Prestige Master level 250, which is certainly a grind. But we are still over here just killing zombies. Now, I went ahead and started shooting at this other broken board sticking out of the ground towards kind of the right a little bit more, in hopes that maybe if we shoot at this one, the Ravagers won't be able to hit us on the Ravager rounds, obviously because it's farther away. The explosions are going to hit them from farther away, kind of stopping them from actually getting close to us. This left side, we have nothing to worry about on the left side. It's more of the right side, that stairwell. Those Ravagers come up just freaking flaming off them steps, and they come right to you. So maybe on our next Ravager round, we should have it very, very soon. We will be able to kind of tell to see if this is a better spot to shoot than the other one we were just talking about. Pretty much, you just have to stand on this box. You don't really have to hug the wall so tight. You can kind of just stand close to it. You know, obviously you don't want to stand on the edge or nothing, but ideally, you can just kind of stand a little bit closer to the wall. You don't, again, have to hug it. I want to make that very clear, because there are probably going to be a few mess-ups in the comment section. It is still working, right? You just have to get in it properly, right? You just hop up the box. It's very simple. Just hop up on the box, and here's the wall. We can kind of back up a little bit. It doesn't really matter. We can scoot over to the left side a little bit as well. So we can kind of just spam right here. It's a Ravager round. Let's see. Do we actually get hit if we shoot this board instead? Because most of the Ravagers come from the right side, right? Pretty much. The left side's no big deal. We can keep shredding them. Okay, we took a little bit of damage there, but we didn't move. It seemed like we got hit once and we moved on a few rounds ago on a Ravager round. But yeah, looks like it's pretty golden, man. It looks like you can definitely AFK this. I'm still going to see, because I want to make sure that I'm not telling you guys you can, and then you guys go ahead and do it and die. So we are definitely going to go through more rounds to just see how good the potential of this could be. Usually, you know, when you first set it up, I don't recommend setting something up like this and then going directly to bed. Definitely recommend like setting it up and like sitting around your game for about 30 minutes and just making sure everything's going right. Then you can kind of go do other things. But I think we're good. I think we're golden. The zombie rounds, we have nothing to worry about. That's no big deal. I'm not stressing about that. It's just the Ravagers, right? But you shouldn't die. 100%, you shouldn't die. Just because we're kind of just sitting here spamming. It'll always kill them. I just worry maybe they knock you off the box, but I don't think so. I think we're fine, especially if we don't hug the wall. If we kind of just stay close to it and we don't hug it, we should be good. But we're going to keep going through some rounds. We'll get a good look after about round 30 on the next Ravager round after 30. We'll see then, because that will pretty much be the best way to tell. We're chilling right now. Now, one thing I will say is we did go through a Ravager round on about round 28. and we did actually get hit a few times and moved, and I was starting to shoot off in a random spot. So there's a few things we could do to avoid this. We could shoot this bottom layer of wood right here and just kind of have that initial thing. That way if we do take damage, we don't kind of get raised up. Whereas if we shoot this wood and we do move, then that might hurt us a little bit. But I will say you could potentially AFK this. You can 100% AFK the zombie rounds, but the Ravager rounds, you kind of got to be a little bit careful because you don't really know what's about to hit you. You know, you might go through the round with ease and you might not take damage at all, but you could. And that's one of those things that stops a AFK thing from being potentially fully AFK. So what I recommend is to just be careful, play with it, test it out. You don't have to AFK this, right? You can sit next to your console still and just kind of pay attention to your game. But yeah, it's still a very, very good strategy. It's absolutely OP right now, especially with the crossbow. I mean, we're on round 30, about to be 33 right now, 22 minutes into the game. Definitely not bad. Obviously, setup takes a little bit of time out of that, so we're realistically looking at about 18 minutes it took us to get to round 33, which is not bad. That's very, very quick, especially a spot where it takes 0 skill to actually get to some rounds. So I definitely do recommend it. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed. If it did help you out, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm out. Have a good one. Peace.